Oh, no, I was always, I was in business when I started because my father left me a business, Neely Fuller Sr. in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Left me several businesses, the family businesses. I had two sisters and a brother, and we all were there on North 2nd Street in Muskogee, Oklahoma, many years ago. And my father passed away and passed on the business to us. But I was the principal person working in the business at that time. It was a restaurant. It was a hotel. It was a barber shop, a beauty parlor in the back of that. Next door to that had been a meat market that we had subleased to a man named Mr. Bryce. And there was also a pool hall, all owned by the Fuller family at that time. That's how I started out. Age 19, I had to take over because my father passed. And I was unable to keep the business going because the town was dying. And, of course, you couldn't have white customers, which would have kind of buoyed it up a little bit, I guess, if I could have had that. But I didn't have that because the black people didn't make enough money to sustain the businesses. Most of the black people have gone away during the war, World War II, that is, and they didn't come back, all right? So the town was dying, and so I was practically dying with it. So I got out of there, and so by first of all being drafted into the Army, stayed in the Army 2 years, came out of the Army after I was drafted, after serving in Korea, and then after 4 years of just kind of bumming around and trying to keep the business going, what was left of it and all like that, I finally wound up in desperation going into the Air Force. And then when I got out of the Air Force, I wound up in Washington, D.C., and I worked for the Bureau of Engraving and Printing for 32 years. And I was always associated with what you might call, starting from having my own business, always associated with what you might call the government